So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now as you can see, this is yet another video of Motivational Mondays. Now as of this week's video, we will be seeing about how to unlock your subconscious memory power. But before moving on to the video, if you are new over here, then please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated whenever I post a new video. Now without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Well, you must have already heard about this term called subconsciousness somewhere before. But if this is the first time that you are trying to learn about this term, then just imagine the subconsciousness as a small box which is inside your mind. Well, inside this box, there are some memories stored, there are some past experiences that you have faced which are also stored, there are some images that you have seen, and something that you have said via your mouth, and every other sense is also stored inside that box. Well, every other piece of valid information is being stored inside that box and is being recorded inside it. Well, if you are learning or hearing about this term for the very first time, then you might think, well, that is awesome. Well, I have a superpower that is hidden inside me. But how do I use that? How do I make use of that particular superpower called subconsciousness or subconscious memory power? Well, if you have that questions in your mind as of now, then this video is exactly for you. So as I said something about subconsciousness, now how do I use that power that is inside me? Well, let us take an example of blinking. Well, blinking is an example of subconsciousness. Well, just now you realize that you are blinking while watching this video. Previous to what you have realized, you were subconsciously blinking. But now that you know you are blinking, you are conscious of it. Well, there are two parts in your brain which is divided into subconsciousness and consciousness. Now you know that you are blinking, so you are conscious of it. You know that you are breathing, so you are conscious of it. Your heart beats subconsciously, you breathe subconsciously, you blink subconsciously, but when you come to know of it, you do everything consciously. Well, as to answer how does this subconscious power work, it is always switched on. It always works, and without your knowledge, it keeps storing all the necessary information. Whatever images that you see, whatever photos that you see, music that you hear to or listen to, whatever sounds, whatever scenery that you see, all that information is getting stored into your subconscious memory power without you actually doing anything. Now, what is the difference between being subconscious and being conscious? Well, that might be the question that is in your mind. Well, being subconscious feels more easier and feels more natural than being conscious of something that you do. I'll take the example of blinking itself. When you are blinking subconsciously, it feels more natural and with regular intervals. But when you feel conscious of how you are blinking, then you try to prolong that period or shorten the period of blinking. Well, the movement of my hand, as you can see, was subconscious before, but now that I think of it, it becomes more conscious and I stop moving it. Well, that is an example of being subconscious and being conscious, and some advantages of it is being more easier, faster, and more effortless than you think. Well, some actions like breathing and blinking and also your heartbeat is already pre-programmed by your brain into your subconscious mind. So all those activities take place without your own knowledge, and it automatically happens without actually you doing anything. Well, what if I say that you can program something into your subconscious mind to also make it automatically happen? Let us take an example. If you want to get up at 7 in the morning every day, then you can actually program it into your subconscious mind and you can make it happen. We can do much more with your subconscious mind, which I will be specifying later in the video. But as of now, I will be playing a short clip which emphasizes on this week's topic, which is subconscious memory power. Now watch that and enjoy.
Story time.
Once there were two boys, Ben and Ren. Both were from poor family and lived in the same street. They played together and used to see a big and beautiful house near the playground. While they played, they used to see the lavish lifestyle in that house, like luxury cars entering the big house. Both used to yearn for that living and used to wonder about the disparity of rich and poor.
Mom, when will we buy big houses or cars like rich people?
See, Ben, we are poor. We can never become like them. We can neither buy big house nor cars like them.
This made Ben sad and felt frustrated about his fate and also felt vengeful about the rich. Whereas Ren asked the same question to his mother. Ren's mother was very positive.
Ren, I never thought about this. Your question is very genuine. Even we can buy big houses and cars like rich, provided you study well and get into a good job. I'm sure you can do it. As you grow up, you can grow and build your potential to earn good. This will give you confidence and strength to enjoy the richness. You can do it, Ren. I'm here to support you. Together, we will do it over the time.
Listening to his mother's inspirational words, Ren was happy and positive that he too could become rich one day. He used to be very happy and started thinking like a rich man. On the other hand, Ben was always negative about the rich as he felt he could never achieve the richness being born poor. Days passed. Ben and Ren grew up together and were still friends. Once when they met,
Rich people just show off their lavish lifestyle.
It's not like that, Ben. They too would have worked hard and gained their status because they believed in themselves.
years passed. They didn't meet for a long time. Ben's subconscious mind always blocked his actions as he thought he would never become rich and successful. This thought process became a roadblock on his upliftment. As a result, he never attracted richness due to his negative thinking. On the other hand, Ren always had a positive thought. He was sure he would become rich and successful one day. This thinking made a big difference in both their lives. Ben worked very hard but could not make his end meet and could not attract richness in his life. Whereas, with the efforts and positive thinking as his assets, Ren started seeing good results and made good money. Ben came to know that Ren was doing very well and started thinking how come Ren could do this as they both were born poor and had the same lifestyle during childhood. What do you think was the difference between both? Ren was a positive person. He had put inputs into his subconscious mind that he would be rich one day. Hence, over the time, his hard work and his positive thoughts led to his success. But Ben was always negative. He had cultivated in his subconscious mind that he never belonged to the rich. Hence, he started building revenge on them. As there was no attraction towards the richness, he remained poor.
The moral of the story is whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become reality.
So now that we have watched that video, we very well know the importance of this specific topic called subconsciousness. Now let us see how to tap into that power called subconsciousness and how to make it work for us. Well, a tip that I can share to you through which you can tap into that power of subconsciousness is to ask a very good question to yourself. Well, a good question can make your subconsciousness work for you. A question like why should I get up early or why should I get up at this particular time should be asked to yourself, and you have to provide that particular answer also to yourself. Now, your mind has both the question and the answer. So it will look for a question and it will look for a particular reason as to why that question is valid. Now since it has both the question as well as the reason, it will try to work for it and get it done for you. Now you can use this to automate any part of your habits. Now if you come to your home and to wash your hands immediately, then you can easily automate this by asking yourself a question: why do I need to clean my hands whenever I come to my home? Now you provide the answer to yourself. Well, your subconsciousness will try to reason to that question and make you do that task. Well, if you want to clean your room before you sleep, well, that is also possible. You ask yourself that particular question as to why should I keep my room clean, and you give the reason to that as well. Now again your subconscious mind will have a question and also a reason, so it will make you do that work before you go to sleep. So as of the next point or the next step, I would like to say that you have to use your conscious memory or your conscious mind in order to train or unlock your subconscious mind. Well, how does it work exactly? Well, let us take an example. If you want to read a new language or if you want to learn a new instrument like a guitar, then you would have to provide your subconscious mind with enough information consciously so that it can process that information and make you learn that skill. Well, through this method, your subconscious mind will train itself so that it can work for you. Well, this particular tip works well for studying as well. If you want to learn a certain concept like your photosynthesis, then provide it with enough information so that it can process itself and can make you learn that particular concept. Well, always remember this in mind when you use this tip. You have to provide information which you already understand. Well, in the case of photosynthesis, if you understand the process of photosynthesis, then it easily gets stored into your memory, and whenever you want it, you can access it subconsciously. So this is how you use your subconscious mind effectively to learn many things. Now, we will be learning about two techniques that are going to be very useful for you if you want to achieve your goal by using your subconsciousness. Well, the first technique is going to be the burning the bridge technique. Well, what do you do in this technique? You imagine yourself in the middle of a bridge and consider one end of the bridge to be burnt. Now you can't use that other end because it is already burnt. Now you only have one path to go. Now that path is your goal or your task that is needed to be completed. Well, this technique is very effective because you are tricking your mind or your subconscious mind to thinking that you only have one path to go, which is completing your goal or completing that particular task. Now what is that other technique that I mentioned about? Well, that technique is just the progress bar technique. Well, as and when you are completing a particular task, you consider that you have completed a short portion of a progress bar. Now 100% of the progress bar means that you have completed that particular task. Now what does this technique specify and why is this very useful? Well, as and when you are completing a particular task, that progress bar will keep increasing in your mind. Now your subconscious mind will start to think that you are achieving something in your life and it will promote you doing that particular task. So it will automatically increase your motivation and it will automatically make you do that task subconsciously. So this technique is very important and very useful if you want to go towards your goals and achieve that particular task that you want to achieve subconsciously. So we just saw some important techniques such as the burning the bridge technique, the point score technique or the progress bar technique. Well, as of this video, we learned how important it was to know about subconscious memory power or subconsciousness in general, and we also know how to tap into that particular potential or power of subconsciousness and how to make it work for you. Now, if you found the video helpful, then please make sure to give a like to the video and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated whenever I post a new video. Now, until then, see you guys in the next video. See you guys.